Hello, everyone, and welcome to UGASports Rumors versus Facts. This is a special prospect profile edition as we are going to be interviewing one of the top recruits in the entire country in the class of 2023, and that is none other than five-star athlete Samuel Mpemba, and he joins us right now. Samuel, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. How's life right now? How's everything going?
Everything good, man. Everything good. Just chilling at IMG. Everything's smooth.
I hear you. So you said IMG Academy. For those that don't know, he's down there at that football powerhouse, also an academic powerhouse. Man, people don't realize how strenuous it is. That day is pretty regimented over there at IMG. You guys are busy from morning to night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and waking up, it's really just like college. We got practice and stuff in the morning. We got school in the afternoon. But yeah, it's just to prepare for college. I feel like once I get there, I'll be ready to just be plugged in and go. So it definitely prepares you for college.
Absolutely. And so let's rewind a little bit for people here. For those of them that don't know your background, you're originally from the St. Louis, Missouri area. Kind of talk to us a little bit about what it was like growing up in St. Louis and playing ball there for the first part of high school.
I mean, it was smooth. It wasn't really too much. There wasn't really too much to do. I was just really working out, playing football, going to school. I went to Ladue, Horton Watkins High School. So I grew up there in that, in that district. I started playing football in seventh grade. So I played for the junior Rams. We were the Rams, so I played for the junior Rams. And then sophomore year, played my season there, and then came down here the second semester of my sophomore season.
Junior Rams, man. So did that love for the Rams when they were back in St. Louis? Did you follow them with your fandom out to LA? Were you rooting for them this year in the Super Bowl?
I mean, I was rooting for them this year in the Super Bowl, but I wasn't a Rams fan.
You weren't a Ram, even though you're a junior Ram. You didn't like who'd you grow up liking in the NFL?
I like the Saints. I like the Saints. Yeah.
Man, don't let people around Atlanta hear that when you come on a visit later. The Falcons and Saints, they're at each other right now. But that's good stuff. So what went into the decision to move from St. Louis and come down and finish your high school career out at IMG Academy?
For me, like, I always want to be developed. I always want to be the best version of myself. So I felt like, staying there, I could be way better coming here, and that I wouldn't develop as much as I wanted to staying over there. Like, if I was still over there, I feel like I would have to wait, 3 years, 4 years to get on the field. But being here, I feel like I can just go in and play automatically right at the stop. So, just that, because the more film you have, the easier it is to get to the league. And that's the ultimate goal, and succeed in the league and be the best I can be. So I feel like this put me in the best position to achieve my goals.
Now, in terms of the football in general, when you're playing at your high school, you're still living at home and going to school, going to football, coming back. If you're at IMG, you're living with those guys. I mean, you're there with them. You're in the thick of it all the time. Have you grown any really close relationships, friendships while you've been down there at IMG?
Yeah, Ellis Robinson, that's like my boy. He like my brother for real. We always with each other. I feel I'm really close with everybody on the team. But me and him, we definitely got a close relationship for sure.
2024 defensive back Ellis Robinson, right? I believe you're younger than you. I got you. So now it comes down to recruiting. You've kind of made a name for yourself there. You're, I believe, the number 7 ranked prospect in the country for Rivals, a 5-star, absolutely tremendous athlete on both sides of the ball. The future looks like it's at outside linebacker for you in most cases. And I know that's what Georgia is recruiting at. You made a little announcement on Twitter the day that we're recording this. You said that you'll be back in Athens on June 22nd. Kind of just talk to us about what the recruitment has been like with UGA to this point. And you went on a previous visit. What went into the decision to announce that you're going to be coming back for another visit?
Well, I like UGA a lot. Definitely one of my top schools. They've been recruiting me pretty hard lately. They've been recruiting really hard, actually. So, just the love. Last time on my visit, I felt like it was a great visit. It was one of the best visits I actually been on. So, just being able to talk to the guys, talk to the coaches again, Coach Smart, all of those guys, the players, just be able to see them. I feel like it was good to get back up there because if I feel like I'm going to go to a school, I want to get up there more than once. So I want to go back up there and see how it is.
You were there for the G-Day game, the spring game, and that was a little bit of a surprise to some people. Didn't really expect to see you in town. It wasn't a ton of maybe public communication before then, but then you show up in Athens for G-Day. What was the experience there the first time being in Athens?
Oh, it was great. That was my first time ever going there. Just to see everything, see how the program is, see the guys, see how they're just everything. Honestly, the facilities, day through their day, um, it was really good. I feel like I had a great experience the first time for sure.
So this visit on the 22nd, have you decided? I mean, is this going to be an official? Is it unofficial? How are you going about that right now?
Yeah, this is gonna be unofficial. I'm gonna take. I'll probably take an official during the season, but I'm taking my time with my recruitment. So
Okay. Yeah, so it's still looking like you still planning on being an early enrollee, graduating mid-year, things like that.
yeah, exactly.
I got you. So want to use those officials for the real deal game day atmosphere, huh?
Yeah,
See what
exactly.
see what
Yeah.
it's like.
See what
I
the
got
team
you.
actually is. Yeah, exactly.
So, in terms of Coach Uzo-Diribe, I mean, he's really been the guy he took over for Dan Lanning and seems to have really intensified the pursuit of you from the aspect of the University of Georgia. What's it been like getting to know Coach Uzo-Diribe? He's a younger guy. I mean, he's only about 11 years older than you. I mean, he's a guy that you should be able to relate to a good bit. So, what's it been like getting to know him?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to him since I was at Ladue, still in St. Louis.
Okay.
He was at Kansas. He was recruiting me a little bit from there, and then he went to TCU, and now he's in Georgia. So I've been talking to him for a long time. We had a pretty good relationship. So for him, like to come to Georgia, it wasn't really anything new. It was just a big opportunity. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, because I feel like Georgia was always in my top school. So, to have them in there and have somebody like I trusted or I knew very well, it was good.
So right around the time you were visiting for G-Day and all that was kind of cranking up, also the NFL draft took place, and Georgia has a guy who is, plays very similar to you type did. Started out as an edge rusher, but grew into a bigger body guy, and Trevon Walker,
Yeah.
who goes number one overall. And of course, Georgia it goes on to have 15 guys total drafted in the NFL draft. How much did that catch your eye this spring? Now that you were kind of full-fledged, really being recruited and going and visiting Georgia, things like that, and then they set that record in the NFL draft.
I thought it was great, especially to see because it's not all these guys, 5-star guys or number one player. Like a lot of them was 3 stars, and it just shows like the development. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things to be developed. And then for 32 teams to have 15 guys, and like that's just crazy. You know what I mean? So for them to have that record, like it shows the type of talent that they have and what they can produce, and then the versatility that like Trayvon, for example, he's played a lot of positions. So for the league, like it's gonna be easier for him because he knows what he's doing. So it's gonna be good.
That seems to be an uptick under the Kirby Smart era. More and more guys getting drafted every year since he's been there. What's it like what's it been like getting to know Kirby Smart and just he's a former player at the University of Georgia. Is that something that kind of comes out that you can tell the love for Georgia he has being a former player there and now the coach?
Yeah, no. Kirby, he's a real good guy. He's just a regular guy who loves football. As every time like somebody asks me about him, I feel like that's what I say. He's just a regular guy. He's not like one of those Hollywood coaches or, big headed coaches. You can tell he gonna coach you hard. But he loves football. He wants you to succeed. But yeah, you can tell he definitely loves Georgia. He wants Georgia to be on top. And he works hard to get Georgia on top every day.
How much of the national championship run? I mean, I know you're very busy at IMG and doing things like that, but how much of the national championship run did you get to watch? Did you get to watch Georgia in the playoff and in the national championship game against Alabama?
Yeah, I watched the Alabama game. I watched who did they play before that?
Michigan.
Yeah, I watched the Michigan game as well. So yeah, it was good. It was good. I watched all of it. Yeah.
I got you. So now in terms of this recruitment overall, Georgia coming at you very hard. Also, what other schools are really kind of pushing the envelope right now and trying to get their a foothold in there to get one of those official visits this fall?
Definitely Florida, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Penn State, Miami, uh, Missouri. Who else? Oregon as well, USC. It's a couple of schools, but yeah, those are the main ones so far.
Now, when it comes to this recruitment and what you're going to be looking for, what are some of the keys before we get to some off-field stuff here in just a minute? What are some of the keys that you're going to be looking for when you start taking these visits, when you get to on these campuses and get to talk to these coaches in a more personal one-on-one type setting? What are some things you're going to be looking for that are going to help you be deciding factors in your recruitment?
Definitely development. I feel like that's the main thing because I don't want to go into high school, go in and come out the same player I was in high school. A coach who has developed players and is on his resume, as well as academics. I feel like that's big. You want to go somewhere. You have life after football because football's gonna end eventually. So you want to have somewhere where you're gonna have those connections. Then a brotherhood between the locker room. You don't want to go somewhere where like Georgia, like last year, like from what everybody was saying, it was like they were all like they were brothers. They wanted to feel like they came out as brothers, they played as brothers. So you want a brotherhood in the locker room and players who want to win. Honestly.
So you talked about, but before we started recording, I said any off the field interest and stuff like that. If football was out of the picture, what would you want to do? And you just talked about, hey, you got to do something else. Football ends one day. Could we see head chef Samuel Mpemba one day? Is that what we're looking at one day down the road?
Yeah.
What's got a little
Hopefully.
interest in cooking up in the kitchen?
Yeah. I like cooking, man. At home, cause I'm a pretty healthy guy, so I like to cook for myself. Yeah, I'll
What's
cook for
the
myself.
specialty? What we making? What we making, man?
I make like stir fry or something. Like I like chicken.
I hear you.
So I make like chicken, or I don't know. It really just depends. I fit in some steak sometimes, some bowls.
I hear you. So definitely the protein high on the list. You getting all
Yeah.
the protein. Now Georgia, I hear from what I hear. I never got to be in there, but that 5-star kitchen they got in there. Have you seen that? Have you seen the new
Yeah,
kitchen?
yeah.
Take us behind the scenes. Tell us what that's like, man.
You talking about George's?
Yeah, Georgia's new kitchen. I think they got for
Yeah,
the players.
it's called Bones. Yeah, and,
Oh, Bones. I got you.
when I was in there, it looked real nice. I mean, they have food for the guys all the time. And, they come in there and make food for themselves, or just learn how to cook. So I feel like just having that that helped me a lot because I can just make a lot of food up there. So, and then they'll also have food for you, so it'll be good.
I've heard some guys in there, they challenge each other, like a cook-off type deal, over in there. I mean, how confident would you be in your skills? I mean, if you going in there, young guy, would you go in there and call out one of the old heads in there on a cooking challenge, man?
Oh yeah, I'll call it anybody, man. I got confidence in myself. You feel me? I'm gonna
That's
call it
it.
anybody. Food is food, man. So age ain't got nothing to do with food.
That's it. So be out on the lookout for Samuel Mpemba cookbook one day. I could. We're in the era of NIL, man. It could have NIL opportunities all over it. That'd be crazy. So. Speaking of that, guys, with the brands and stuff nowadays, followers always help these guys out. So you can see on the screen at SMPEMBA5, SMPEMBA5 is Samuel's Twitter account. And then you can see scrolling down at the bottom of the screen, Samuel.Mpemba on Instagram. Give him a follow to keep up with all this recruitment journey. Samuel, we talked about, you're going to wait on those official visits, and you talked about some of the schools you're interested in. Still, that was a list that was well more than 5, so it's going to have to get whittled down somehow here, before you decide to take those officials. I know you said you're going to wait till December to make a final decision. Are you a guy who's going to cut things down or trim things down here sooner rather than later?
Yeah, I'll probably make like a top 7 or something, eventually. But yeah, I'm just trimming stuff down. I'm not really trimming about anything. And then I got one visit planned right now to Oregon, official. Then I'll take 4 during the season. So we'll see.
I got you. So Georgia, the 22nd, unofficial. When are you going on that official to Oregon?
I'm going on July 24th.
Gotcha. What game are you most excited about for IMG this fall? You got it. I know you guys always play big time national matchups. Is the schedule fully out? Is it ready to go yet?
Yeah, I mean, schedule is almost out. I'm excited to play. I'm pretty sure we're playing DeSoto this year. I'm excited to play them. We play St. Francis again, so that's what I want to play. To be honest, we lost to them last year, so that's all my focus.
Little revenge game right there. So, guys, this has been a UGA Sports Rumors versus Facts prospect profile with Mr. Samuel Mpemba. Samuel, thank you so much for joining us, man. We look forward to talking to you in the future, maybe hearing how that visit goes after the 22nd.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Phil. Appreciate it.